There's a platform that you keep coming back to. You've committed to it, you've fallen off, you've recommitted, you've gotten frustrated, and then you quietly started researching whether or not you should just quit it or go all in somewhere else. Maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe it's your podcast, your email list, or YouTube. You keep almost quitting, but you haven't yet. And I want to talk to you about why, because the fact that you haven't pulled the plug yet is telling you something important. Hi, I'm Cindy Gordon, a selective visibility strategist and business mentor. I built and sold multiple online businesses, and I'm the founder of the Unmistakable Movement. And the pattern I'm about to describe shows up in almost every visibility conversation that I have. I do want to mention my Thursday newsletter has over 1,500 entrepreneurs who like strategic visibility thinking, and you're going to get some tips and tricks you won't get anywhere else. Link in the show notes if you'd like to join us. So here's how the almost quit cycle works. You start a platform with real intention. You show up consistently for a while. The results feel slow, and you start wondering if you're on the wrong platform. So you pull back a little bit. The results get worse. Now you have evidence that you think the platform isn't working. So you either force yourself to push through with more volume, or you start eyeing the exit. What you rarely stop to ask is this a platform problem or a strategy problem? Because those things are not the same thing, and the answer changes everything about what you should do next. The urge to quit a platform isn't necessarily a sign that it's not working. More often, it's a sign that the strategy inside that platform hasn't been figured out yet, and quitting it doesn't fix that. It just moves the problem somewhere new. The urge to quit is information, but most online entrepreneurs read it as a verdict that the platform is wrong for them, when actually it's a question. What specifically isn't working here and why? There's a difference between a platform that genuinely doesn't fit your business and a platform that you just haven't cracked the code yet. A platform that doesn't fit shows up in a very specific way. The audience there just isn't your audience no matter what you try. The format doesn't suit how you communicate, or the time investment is structurally incompatible with your business model. That's a real misfit, and walking away is the right call. But most of the time when I dig into why someone wants to quit a platform, the answer isn't really a misfit. The answer's inconsistency, unclear positioning, and trying to execute someone else's strategy on a channel that really needs your own strategy. They haven't stayed long enough with a clear enough approach to actually know if the platform works for them. Selective visibility isn't about being on every single platform. It's not about platform hopping when things get hard. It's about making an informed decision, staying or leaving based upon your actual data, not your frustration level on a random Thursday afternoon. Before you walk away from a platform, get honest with yourself about a few things. Have you been consistent long enough to actually know? 90 days of inconsistent effort is not a fair test. If you've been showing up sporadically and wondering why your growth is slow, the platform isn't the variable. Is your positioning clear on this specific platform? Sometimes the strategy that works on one channel doesn't really translate directly to another one. The way you show up on a podcast is very different from how you show up on Instagram, which is different from how you show up on LinkedIn. So if you've been copying and pasting the same content across channels without adapting it, you haven't actually really fully tested that platform. You've only tested one approach on a channel that might need a different one. And the most important question is, do you actually know what result you're looking for? Vague intentions produce vague results. If you don't know what you're specifically measuring, audience growth, DM conversations, email subscribers, sales, you can't actually evaluate what the platform is producing. If you can answer those three questions honestly and the platform still isn't a fit, leave it. You have my full permission to subtract. Selective visibility means choosing where not to show up. It's just as strategic as choosing where you do. But if the answers reveal some gaps in your own strategy rather than gaps in the platform's potential, that's your work, not a new platform. The practical move here is to audit before you exit. One focus month where you are ultra specific about what you're posting, who it's for, and what you're asking them to do, and what you're measuring. So not more content, more intentional content. If after the audit the results still aren't there, you have real data to make a real decision. And real decisions made from real data are the ones worth making every single time. What most online business owners do instead is make emotional decisions and dress them up as strategy. They call it pivoting. They call it following their energy, but underneath of it is usually just discomfort of not seeing fast enough results combined with the excitement of a fresh start somewhere new. The fresh start feeling fades, and then you're in the same cycle, but on a different platform. You can keep testing things and hoping one lands, or you can spend 90 minutes actually diagnosing what's breaking. A strategy session with me tells you exactly where your visibility is falling apart, whether that's your foundation, your platform choices, or the strategy inside of them. Link is in the show notes if this sounds like something for you and your business. Thanks for listening today. This is The Strategic Entrepreneur.